In 1184 BC, two civilizations in the Aegean Sea went to war, known as the First War between Asia and Europe. The Trojans were on the Asian side of the Aegean Sea, while the Achaeans were on the European side. We can say that two examples of Proto-Greek communities, which we call Sea peoples, belong to these two civilizations. Many myths have emerged around this war, but we will only talk about the war itself. Hellenic Hill, located in Çanakkale city of Turkey, was the Trojan city that we used to name the Trojans, and this was their center. Archaeological evidence shows that the height of the walls of the city of Troy was around 10 meters, which means it is higher than the Great Wall of China. But they were not very strong militarily. The Achaeans, who had a greater military power than the Trojans, were an expansionist civilization, and they wanted to land in Çanakkale with a strong army and besiege the city. In 1184 BC, the Achaeans crossed the Aegean Sea and arrived at the shores of Çanakkale. The Trojans planned to fight in front of the walls with the support of their archers and catapults. The Achaeans had an estimated army of 3,000 soldiers, while the people of Troy had 1,300. There were two great commanders in the Achaean army. The first is Agamemnon, the leader of the Achaeans, and the second is Achilles, who is known as the immortal hero by the people. In the Trojan army, there is the Trojan king Priam, who is too old to fight, and his son, the legendary warrior Hector, loved by the people. When the Achaeans arrived, they were greeted by the highest walls in existence at that time and a solid defense army. When they attacked, there was a fierce battle, but with the support of the walls, the Trojan army was repulsing the Achaeans. The Achaeans attacked many times and inflicted so many casualties, they needed a new plan. The Trojan warriors were defending their homeland. The Trojan people were watching the war and they were fighting accordingly. They couldn't lose. The Achaeans did not have enough experience to make a siege. They were mostly good at fighting over the sea. They were very good at building ships, and that means they were very good at woodworking. And here is one of the most iconic moments in world history. The Achaeans secretly built a wooden horse and hid 30 soldiers inside it. The soldiers' mission was to open the city gates at night if the horse was accepted into the city. The reason for the wooden structure being in the shape of a horse was because the Trojan people were devoted to the god Poseidon and prayed to him. Poseidon was the god of the sea, storms, and horses. So when the Achaeans win a victory, if the god Poseidon has something to send them to congratulate them, it could be a horse. Achaeans made a fake retreat one night. But they were actually hidden, not on the ships. The Trojans began to celebrate, thinking they had won a victory. Everyone was drunk with victory. And at night, the Achaeans secretly left the wooden horse near the city walls. In the daytime, before the walls of the Trojans, there was something artistic that they had never seen before. Yes, they thought it was a gift from Poseidon. They took the huge wooden horse into the city, and the celebrations continued. When night fell, the Achaean soldiers emerged from the wooden horse and headed towards the city gate. Meanwhile, the Achaeans' army advanced towards the walls in the darkness. The Achaean soldiers killed the guards and opened the gate, allowing the rested and ready Achaeans' army to enter the city. There was no one left to defend the city, as most of the soldiers were drunk and the Achaeans easily captured and plundered Troy. The city was completely destroyed. Victory belonged to the Achaeans. Thus, the Trojan civilization came to an end, and the Achaeans ruled over the entire Aegean for a long time. See you in the next videos.